I appreciate your story you shared. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what Uncle Harley's fish recipe was because the only reason why I have any idea of the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe is because all these fake ones that has been spread around for years, and then the information that is available through the public listings and the things that Uncle Harley has left behind talking about it. The fish recipe wasn't as famous as the chicken recipe. So I wish I could help you out with that, but I can't. I can't share that with you because I don't know it. I could share it if I knew it because it's no longer used today at Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, in regards to the franchise being given to a fund to pay for kids' college education, you're right. The Canadian franchises, he created the Colonel Harlan Sanders Foundation and gave the franchises to charity. Nobody in my family wanted, on my side, the Sanders side, they didn't want the Canadian franchises. None of his children wanted it. None of his other nieces and nephews wanted it. He wanted to sell it, but nobody wanted to buy it. So he created the Colonel Harlan Sanders Foundation, and gave it to charity, and all the proceeds went to charity. And even in America, they received money from the Canadian franchises, and that was after the Colonel died too. Cousin Lee was on an interview on the news talking about Uncle Harley and his work and with the Canadian franchises. Today, I don't know. I can't tell you how they operate. I don't know if the Colonel Harlan Sanders Foundation is still existent today. The only person that claimed to be a representative from KFC Canada was telling me on TikTok that I'm not a member of the Sanders family, that he knows the owners of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that he spoke with them. I'm not a member of the family. Can you believe that? There's a lot of people on the internet that try telling me I'm not a member of my own family. Anyways, I'm not in contact with the Canadian franchises anymore. I was in contact with their social media team back when KFC US was disrespecting the Colonel's image. And then KFC Canada decided to start disrespecting the Colonel's image in advertisements by depicting him as a complete clown. And I spoke out against it because it's embarrassing to see that, and I think he should be remembered accurately. They change a lot of things around the brand already. They don't need to change who the Colonel was. I say leave the Colonel alone and allow the family to step in to represent who he was and the history and the legacy and the chicken today. But what do I know? Anyways, they had blocked me, then unblocked me, and now we're no longer in contact with the social media team because of that situation. But I have asked them many times, are you still charitable today? What's the charity's name? How does it operate today? Are you even aware of your history? I never got any answers to those questions. And I have referred people over to their page in hopes that if they ask the page themselves, the page will make content about that. I'm going to go off and say, yes, maybe they do still do it that way. I don't know. I know the KFC Foundation exists today that does pay for students' colleges, but that's unrelated to the Canadian franchises.